All right, so part two of the Global Dokkan celebration is slowly winding down. We just got the Extreme Z Awakenings for the Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and the LR Vegeta Trunks. Very exciting. I also want to point out, I guess, I will be live on Twitch today, which is not what I usually do, but I want to try out streaming again on Twitch. A lot of people have been kind of requesting it recently, and I think it would be a good idea to try that. So if you are interested, keep a lookout there. The description is actually in, or the link is in the description. Not the description is in the link, but you guys get what I'm saying. So anyways, the most important thing that we're going to be talking about here is EZAs slash super EZAs. So pretty much a lot of people are on the same page about a baby coming for part 3 of the Global Dokkan campaign. To me, it makes a lot of sense. I think Baby does benefit the Omega Shenron team in a very major way. Baby could very easily have a leader skill that would even lead LR Rose and Omega himself, right? A lot of interesting things that we can see. I think that Baby would be a really good choice right now, just a villain's kind of LR, even like if he's a Dokkan Fest LR, which I think is possible. I mean, really getting into it, we know that there's a TUR, an LR, and then either an LR EZA or 3 super EZAs incoming. So to me, I mean, with this being in the data right here, I'm thinking like a Dokkan Fest LR Baby with the TUR banner unit. That would be so good. Imagine, again, that Baby plus like a TUR GT Boss's character, or maybe it could be, I mean, they could theoretically make like Baby Boma or something like that, and she's like a corroded body and mind support. Like I could see like Baby being a corroded body and mind leader even. And again, we'll talk about that in a separate video and more in depth. But yeah, again, that's kind of my theory. Or again, if they want to make like a TUR GT Boss's character, maybe it could be like Super Baby, or it could be like Baby Vegeta, and then he transforms into Super Baby 2, and then the banner unit is like a Super Baby 1. That could be pretty good, having 2 new named GT Bosses characters introduced into the game, make them a really good TUR. That would be awesome, like a GT Bosses Proto Body Mind support. Like, I would really love that. But one of the things that I actually had not noticed yet, Pearl10 did point out, these events are returning at the end of part 2 and pretty much lasting until where we would expect like part 3 to end, roughly the 18th. And again, we've said this many times, it doesn't make sense for a lot of these events to end on the 18th. Well, some of the events are ending on like the 11th or 10th. Sales are resetting on the 7th. Like everything here is matching up to like another banner dropping, or like a part 3 of the celebration bare minimum. But I do think another banner will drop with that part 3. And it would be the first time that Dokkan's really ever done that, at least in terms of JP. I think Global might have done that once, but I don't know. It was like for, I think it was for like their 1,000-day celebration. I think like part 3 did not have like a banner, or they did like a part 3 for that. It was a long time ago, but that's like the only time I could potentially think that might have happened. But that's Global. Weird timelines with Global, right? JP, that hasn't actually happened. So really interesting to me. And I don't know, this points to like a Baby Vegeta in my opinion. Like a grade A Baby would be really, really cool. I mean, realistically, it might just be, I mean, if it's from this moment on Earth where, let's say, Goku meets up with Baby is what I was thinking. To me, it would make sense if it's like not grade A Baby, because obviously that's not on the new planet Tuffle that he made. So he wouldn't be like a character with a grade A active skill like GT Goku, which does kind of suck because the grade A the grade A actives are really, really good, but it is what it is. And we'll see exactly what happens with this baby. So we can go ahead and close this out. Again, the most important thing here is the LR EZA or 3 Super EZAs. Now, the reason why it could be either one of these is because this ID table basically takes account for each awakening step. So right here, LR EZA would be 3 awakening steps in total. But then Super EZAs each only individually take 1 awakening step. So that would be 3 Super EZAs for the 3 awakening slots open. Again, also, like I said, could be an LR EZA. So if we're going to go off the idea of an LR EZA, I think there's one just in our face that is, it makes a lot of sense, and I'm almost thinking that it might really be the case. That is AGL, or I said AGL, not the AGL one we'll talk about later, actually. Tech Super 17. I mean, it just really makes a ton of sense to me. Getting another Extreme Z battle would be, I think, very beneficial for a lot of people. People would love to get another Extreme Z battle. They'll see an extra 30 stones. They'll be like, finally, you know, a lot of people think that they haven't given us a lot of stones for some reason. But if you really look back at like the weekly stones, we got 42 stones just from missions weekly for the past like what 3-4 weeks, which is pretty insane. There's been a good amount of stones, if not more than like previous Worldwide celebrations, or even like on par with anniversaries. So hopefully someone's doing a stone count. We can kind of go ahead and take a look at it over in a separate video. But this right here, again, the biggest thing you would think of is like, oh, he doesn't really fit this. But as with these EAs, they can always easily change this. Like this could be, if there's an android's target Goku or GT boss's category ally attacking the same turn, he gets like 170% attacking defense. And then maybe this is like 340% attacking defense. Like they can make a lot of changes there. The interesting thing is that he has 17% reduction for 3 turns already. This is kind of stupid though. It's after the end of turn. Like what they should change this to is this shit, honestly, what if they make it 7 turns at least? Like what's like turn 1, he doesn't have it, but like after that he does. Or they just make it after receiving or evading an attack, he gets this buff for like 7 turns. And even if they keep it at 17% reduction, it'd be fine. Just gotta give him like some base damage reduction. Things like that could be really cool. Or maybe, what if it's like even stackable up to like 2 times or something? Like, give this guy a lot of reduction. This was I think this is like the only character that has this. High chance of key for every attack received. Come on. Oh, you're insane with that, right? 7 key start of turn, make this guaranteed, give him multiplicative, like a phase 2 attacking defense building up, make this guy like a really good slot 1 character. Because I feel like GT bosses, like specifically GT bosses, a slot 1 would be nice, like a definitive slot 1. Like Omega could if he has to, but it's a bit dangerous. This character can turn 1. This guy in the baby, almost in the baby fight, the Goku Black and Zamasu fight can help a lot of characters in that slot 1 position. But like, you know, AJ Omega, he could also probably run slot 1. I've seen him in very dangerous situations. But like a definitive slot 1 character like this LR Super 17 would be awesome. And it's like better than if he was a slot 2 or slot 3 character, because this guy doesn't have big bad bosses, right? He's like, with Omega, he would share, I don't even know if Omega has Nightmare. He does actually, does he? No, it's Fear and Faith. Like, okay, Fear and Faith at GT, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. What does he share with a baby? I'm not sure what he shares with baby. It might just be GT, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. I would assume baby would have Fear and Faith, but I guess not, no? Okay, interesting. And baby, I'm not sure if baby has even Nightmare. It doesn't seem like the case, right? If we bring up baby here. Oh, okay, Super Baby 1 does. So I guess like a baby Vegeta character could get Nightmare. Theoretically, like, what if it's like this baby Vegeta? He actually doesn't have Nightmare. So what's the difference? Why does he have Nightmare? That's weird. Like if it maybe the LR Super Baby 1. And then I don't know. I feel like it would be a Super Baby Dokkan Fest, honestly. Just like this guy. Baby Vegeta. I guess it wouldn't be called Baby Super Baby. It would be called Baby Vegeta, right? But we'll see what happens. It might be... It probably would sell better for them if they had just like Super Baby 2. Like on the banner. But who knows? We'll see what happens. I mean... assuming it is a Dokkan Fest LR, I guess maybe just having it as Super Baby 2. And then the intro is like the ceremony. Would make a lot of sense to me too. But who knows? Let's see... I mean, yeah... This just makes a lot of sense. In terms of other LR EZAs, like, who could we see? I mean, in relation to Baby, like, maybe Cooler, like, Terrifying Conqueror's route, but I'm thinking Super 17 right here. Again, they could always have other EZAs added here very easily, but I'm only really going off of what we know, which is this right here. So... I mean, there we go. We'll see what happens. But now we can talk about Super Easy A's here. So with Super Easy A's, I think they could go a very, very different route. Rather than just buffing like the GT bosses team, they could buff multiple different characters. And we could also close this. Because obviously, I say obviously, like, you know, like everyone knows, but I think that's a term I just keep using as if like it's obvious to me, but not to you guys. So I need to chill on using that specific word. But there are not a lot of GT bosses, super EZAs that are in the realm of upcoming kind of things, right? So if we take a look here, no GT bosses. Golden Frieza has an EZA or super EZA, I should say. S tier Perfect Cell Sony's one. We just got Omega here. And then the next one that comes up is AGL LR Super 17, which is what we just talked about. This guy right here. In fact, I should literally have already brought him up. I think this character would also be really good. And again, people would say 30 stones, no, but you know, they'll give us stones. Like they will give us the amount of stones they're expecting to give us by the end of the celebration. I'm not really worried. This guy can get up to 70% reduction. So you can get 90% reduction on the Omega team once he's built up, because he has 70%. Then Omega will give him 20% from both Omega leaders. So on the GT bosses team, this guy could have 90% damage reduction. He already has a 50% attack and defense raise for one turn. He has attack build up. Give this defense build up. Give him like 170%, or like make this like up to 170% attack and defense. Give him like 300% attack and defense start of turn. Make this target Goku and GT bosses. Crit chance support, and then maybe just extreme class, like 30% attack and defense. This guy could be very good. The semblance of a really great character. This character aged for quite a while, actually. This AGL Super 17, he was good for quite a while on his EZA, so they could make this guy really good if they wanted to, and I'm here for it, right? I mean, if they want to really like make him not good everywhere, they could find a way to lock him to slot 3, like he gets a massive amount of stats in slot 3, which is kind of what they did with Blue Cow and Goku. But I still think that this guy would be obviously extremely usable, very, very good. And yeah, no, I think honestly, I would be more excited for this guy than the LR Super 17, even though obviously the LR has better animations. This guy, I just see way more potential in being like a strong slot 1 dominant character if they want him to be. And I'm here for it. I mean, we saw what they did with AJ Rose. AJ Rose can have some like potential weak spots, but that guy, most of the time, he can hold down slot 1 for you if you have to. That's what I want from this character. He can be in slot 3, but if you have to run him in slot 1, he will cook for you. That's what I want, especially with the 90% reduction. It's just going to be very hard to make him bad if they even just give him the minimum. Like, he'll still at the bare minimum be decently runnable, or like just okay but still very runnable, right? Like with just the bare minimum, unless they don't even give him the bare minimum of what they give other Super EZAs. I expect this guy, he would be quite good. He also has shocking speed here. I mean, he doesn't share as many links with the LR Mega, of course, but that's not really that big of a deal if he's gonna also be supporting anyways. So obviously the link that this guy's missing is legendary power, is he's of course not an LR, right? I just said obviously like twice again, didn't I? Oh my goodness. I gotta, you know what? It's fine. It is what it is. But if we keep going for GT bosses, oh hey, there's nothing. With Super EZs, there's no other GT bosses kind of character here that would be next for a Super EZA, because everyone else has already gone one except for Physical Omega. I mean, I guess there is the theory, I've seen some people brought up, like Physical Omega, Tech Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and Super 17. Doesn't make sense to me. We just got S tier Omega. We just got in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I don't see them doing those two. I would see them saving them for another celebration. I mean, we could still get a lot of GT stuff. We could still get like a tag Fusion 17s. That first one, bringing them up as the first one was crazy, but we could still get tag Super Saiyan 4s. We could still get, you know, that you could potentially fuse into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. We could still also have, let's say, what's the word? Full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku Dragon Fist. Like, we don't have another full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Like, we have the Int one, that would transform during the Tanabata 2023, but we don't have like a standalone one. We could still get that. Like there's a lot we could still have in GT for major celebrations in the future. That's not even considering any Dokkan original animations that they like to do. Like they can always do a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Like they want to drop Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, they'll drop them, right? But obviously not within like a few months time frame. Like they're not going to be like, okay, anniversary is another Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Well, I mean, if they wanted to, they could. Like, I guess, but like, most likely won't. You guys get what I mean. So, with all this being said, I'm thinking that's why Corroded Body and Mind for a baby leader skill would make a lot of sense, because Goku Blacks are on there, giving the Rose another team, but then that would also give them the excuse to Super Easy A character like this. Again, if we take a look at Super Easy A's, okay, let's see who's upcoming for some of these, like, future saga characters. Oh, hey, this character, Tech Fusion Zamasu. Actually, I don't think he's on Corroded Body and Mind, though, is he not? Once he's fused, he might be, actually. I don't remember at the top of my head, because that team never has really been relevant. He's not on Corroded Body and Mind, unfortunately. So, like, what team here? I mean, Baby could leave Power of Wishes. Because if it's, like, the Baby that does the... Hold up. He's not on here. I thought if it was the Baby that would do the Revenge Death Ball and he receives the energy from all the other, I guess being fair, like we haven't had that Baby in the game, like his transformation. If it's the Baby that would receive the energy from all the other, like, you know, like Baby Bola, Baby Trunks, Baby Goten, Baby Gohan, like when he received those energies, kind of like the God Ritual, or kind of like Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, it would be like that. Obviously, I keep saying the word, no! We of course see all the Goku Black and Zamasus around here, so maybe he would lead this team instead, and then Corroded Body Mind is a 30%, or it could be the opposite maybe. But a way to get this guy in the team would make a lot of sense. I guess he could be another Battle of Fate Extreme Class leader. That would also be quite good. Exploding Rage. I don't think Baby's on Exploding Rage. So, I don't know. Really looking at it, I think, yeah, you know, maybe Power Wishes could make a lot of sense. If they want to get all these Goku Black and Zamasus on here too. This guy could obviously... I just did it again. It's something that I noticed that I say a lot. This is crazy. Like, you guys see me breaking down mid-video. Look. These guys getting a Super Easy A would be awesome. A lot of people would like this. I think this would be awesome. Well, some people said don't think so, but like, do this. Be the best Easy A. The Goku Black team, upon seeing the Part 2 events, upon seeing like how the rest of the teams kind of happened, I think it is still better than the team that people give it credit for, but I think it is the team that would need the most help out of the rest. So give us this character getting an Extreme Z Awakening. And then, you know, let's take a look here with other potential Super Easy options. Obviously, we just talked about the Tech Fusion 17, the Tech Fusing Zamasu. Like, why am I so off today? I don't even know, man. At this point, it is what it is. Super Easy Tech Fusion Zamasu. Let's bring up this guy right here. And then AGL Super 17. I think these three would be fire. Make them all fit Baby's team, but then they also help the wrong one actually. Make them all fit Baby's team, but then they also fit, like for example, this is an extra help to Omega's team. Like these characters also do fit a Mega team because this guy is on, actually no, Fusion Zamasu doesn't, funny enough, but this character is on Inhuman Deeds if I'm not mistaken. They're not actually. Wait, yeah, actually this guy is not an Inhuman Deeds. My bad. My bad. So yeah, these guys wouldn't be on Omega's team. So, okay, this guy would. These two would be on Rosé's team. And then they could all very easily fit under the Baby's team. I mean, this would be fire. This would be fire. I think these three, like villain Easy A's, or Super Easy A's, sorry, would be crazy. I feel like I'm not on my game this video. You know what's the issue? I haven't had coffee. I ran out of my coffee creamer. And yes, call me a bitch. I don't care. I love coffee creamer. I hate dark coffee. Black coffee it's just so bitter. I can only drink like just coffee with creamer in it. Like, please, sweetened coffee is what I need, and I don't have it right now, so I'm off. Anyways, this could be really cool. Would there be other super easies they could do? I mean, they could do Sword of Hope Trunks here. They could do Blue Vegeta, but I think those characters are less likely when we're considering the context of a baby. Not that they could like super easy them, but I think it's less likely for that. And then from here, we did get the Super Saiyan 4's Super Easy A's, but to me it feels like rather than going in the order of like Super Easy A's kind of time frame, it to me feels like they're more so going in order of like release dates because of the EZs that we've gotten to get the Super Easy stages, right? Makes tons of sense to me. So again, we already have a 120% leader. This guy came out, I think, in April. The Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta from the second anniversary came out in, what's it called? Of course, February, right? Then this character came out with the into Sword of Hope Trunks in the December of 2016. This character, I actually don't remember when they came out specifically, but they of course came out, I believe they were before, were they before or after the Tech Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, like the Super Saiyan 3 one specifically? When did they release? Because I actually have to check, because I'm going off the GP timeline. Where is the second? Oh, actually, I just skipped past them. Silly me. There they are. Like, when did they originally release? Yeah, June, actually, of 2017. So, also not very far off in terms of their original release date. Their EZA was very late. They're one of the characters that were like, they were holding on to their Extreme Z Awakening. So, these characters, again, very good early on. But their super attack effect is a 6-turn 30% defense raise. And then the 12 key is a 3-turn 30% defense raise. So this could allow them to be very good in longer fights too. This could be a really good Extreme Z Awakening for like this team if they're another potential slot 1 character, or just in general. I think the Goku Black and Zamasu team do want a little more beef to their rotations. And really looking at the clones, I still really like the clones. This does suck more and more as more characters are added to the team, because this effect would be a lot less, and it kind of does force you to run a full clone team, or at least like 2 or 3 clones. I've always said this, but like you always would want 2 or 3 clones on the team, and if we get to a point where we're not going to have 2 or 3 clones, you're not going to be running them in the first place. But they're still pretty good. I still am very satisfied with them. But that's the only thing that does suck a bit. I mean, what they should have done, in my opinion, per Future Saga ally, per Extreme Class ally, per Extreme Class, I'm stupid, per Extreme Class ally, and then per Future Saga ally. That's Extreme Class, maybe, even. But we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys are thinking, what you guys want to see. Appreciate y'all for watching. And hopefully, I really want to see these 3 to get their Super EZAs. I think that would be my most anticipated thing to happen. But I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.